Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to put together a fresh flower bridal bouquet. I'm using some bouquets that I got from the local grocery store. I think in total they were about $35 or $36 for all three of them. So I have a dozen roses here that I'm just going to go through and clean up and prep for the bouquet. I remove the outer petals that are damaged. Those are the guard petals. So just pull those off. Don't throw them away. You can always save them and maybe toss them into the aisleway as the bride's coming down the aisle or something like that. But you can always find a use for them. And then with the baby's breath, I'm going to kind of separate into clusters more at the top, and so I have a longer stem to work with. I'm really focusing on keeping just the flower showing. Don't really want the greenery in the background. I'm looking for that color, that shape of the flower, and just more focused on getting that in there. And now I've got some mini carnations that I'm going to separate, similar to how I did with the baby's breath, peeling back any leaves. I'm taking the little buds off of them too, but don't throw those away either. You can always put them in a jar, set them in the window, and watch them bloom, or use them for another project too. So I'm just going to start with my main focal rose right in the center, and then kind of build around there. Now you can gather them just stems side by side, and it'll look like a gathered bouquet, still be beautiful any way that you do it. But as I'm putting this bouquet together, I want more of a rounded dome shape. So I'm going to start moving the stems at an angle so that they come in at kind of about a 45-degree angle. And I'm being careful to make all the stems go the same way in the same direction. So it makes almost like a spiral. But that really helps the shape of the bouquet and the dimension. And if all the stems seem to be coming from one focal point, it's really pleasing to the eye. It looks a little neater and cleaner. So I'm just kind of working in the mini carnations and with the roses there. I forgot the name of these roses. I feel like it's an Oceana rose. I just didn't have that information. I think I tossed out the package. But of course, there's like a million different colored roses and different color combinations you can use. I just thought this was pretty for spring and even into summer. It's just kind of a different take on the traditional bridal bouquet. I wanted to keep the mini carnations a little bit lower than the roses. Really wanted those to be my focal point. I did have one rose break on me, so I guess it's a bouquet of 11 roses, but we could just work around that. But yeah, so I am constantly pulling at the roses, trying to keep them up. The strength of my hands just isn't what it used to be. So I had to keep fluffing it and working on it to get the shape and the just overall look that I was going for. Now you notice I didn't work any baby's breath into it. This is something I've seen a long time ago where you just do a ring of baby's breath around the base of the bouquet. It's kind of a different take on it. And for me, it kind of makes it a little bit easier. I really like the look of it. It's almost more like you've got your focal flowers in the center and then just a collar of baby's breath around. And it's just something different I wanted to share with you. If you were to do this on your own, you could do it with all white flowers, white mini carnations, white roses. Sometimes it's a little bit easier if it's monochromatic, and then you only have to focus on the shape, really, of what you're doing. But once that's all together and I fluffed it out and everything, just grab a chenille stem or a pipe cleaner and tie it off. And then I'm going to trim up the stems and put a ribbon around the chenille stem, and there you go. Quick and easy bridal bouquet. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you.